So this book is a story told by three different women, Rachel, Anna, and Megan. Rachel's an alcoholic dealing with her destroyed marriage from Tom. They got a divorce after she found out that Tom was cheating on her with Anna. And her drinking caused her to lose her job, and it causes her to almost start to harass Tom and Anna and their new family. Tom is married to Anna now, and they have a daughter, and that was really hard for Rachel to deal with because Rachel couldn't have children, so she felt like that was a huge factor into him cheating on her. So Rachel would take the train to her job and pass Tom's apartment with Anna, and she started to notice this one of their neighbors a couple doors down, and she would picture her and her husband having this perfect life and always getting along and never fighting. And Megan is the lady in the house. She's the third woman, and she is also really good friends with Anna, who's Tom's new wife, and Megan takes care of their new daughter, of Anna and Tom's daughter. But so one day Rachel's riding on the train, and she goes past her house and sees Megan cheating on her husband with another man, and she Rachel doesn't know who that man is, so she starts to investigating it. She pretends to be best friends with Anna and calls Megan's husband and pretends to be her doctor or something crazy like that. And because she wants to find out what's going on, because she has nothing better to do now that she lost her job. So more into Megan, Megan has a really difficult past that she hides from people, but it causes she doesn't like the way her life is, so she starts to have an affair with different men, and one of them ends up being her therapist that she's been talking to. And that causes a lot of problems because Megan ends up going missing, and they start to try to find out where she went and who took her or whatever. And Rachel was one of the main suspects because she was hanging around the apartment complex a lot. So when she's taken in for questioning by the police, she says oh, I think it's this guy, the therapist, but it wasn't. And so later on they find out that when they find Megan's body and they do an autopsy, they find out that she was pregnant. So they start saying, okay, well if it wasn't her actual husband's baby, whose baby was it? Well, it turned out it wasn't the therapist, and it was Tom's baby. So Tom was having a second affair with Anna, with Megan, and he was the one who made her disappear once they found out she was pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my book, in some ways, because pregnancy is a giant problem in the very beginning of the book. That's how it starts. And so my book is about this girl Scarlett, who lives with her mom, and Scarlett's a senior in high school, and she has an older sister who's in college, and it's kind of one of those cliche stories where the older sister is all popular and pretty and everyone likes her, and the younger sister is kind of away from the in crowd, and she is always reading, and it's kind of awkward or whatever. And so Scarlett, she's really selfless, and she's always trying to help other people, and she sets up people in her school, or she basically tries to make stories for other people. And we're doing a book talk for Miss Turner's class.
Oh, okay.
And so I forgot what I was saying. So she always tries to set up other people, and so she's more involved in other people's lives, and she's caring for her old people that are her neighbors. And then one day her sister comes home, and her sister comes home with a ring on her finger, and she's big pregnant with this dude and his dog, and everyone Scarlett and her mom freak out, and they're whoa, you're only I don't know, I think she's a freshman or sophomore in college, and this is crazy. And so that's when the first time Scarlett experiences selfishness, because she's so jealous of her sister, because as she gets to know Hayden, because they move into the house, and they're so Scarlett started to fall in love with Hayden when she started. Hayden is her sister's husband, and like he was a lot like her. Like he was really selfless, and he was really like artistic, and like thought a lot about stuff. Like he was really like intelligent, and so is Scarlett. And her sister Juliet is like one of those people that like doesn't care about things, and she just like she's really materialistic and everything. So like when you read the book, like you want Scarlett to end up with Hayden because like they're so good for each other, but then like you think like that's stealing her sister's husband. But like Scarlett, like she really struggles because she's like, I've never done anything for myself, and this is the only thing I want, and the only thing I've ever wanted would literally destroy my family. So it's like really hard for her to like have to deal with it. And then like there's like guys at school that like her or whatever, and she's always so dismissive of them, and she's like, this is the first time in my whole life where like I've ever had interest in someone or anything. So
Yeah, like going off of what you said, where it's like doing something for yourself so you like don't destroy your family. Like once Anna like finds out that like Tom was the one who killed Megan and like was doing like all those like really bad things and like cheating on her and stuff, like she kind of almost like, I want to say like almost like kept it to herself because she didn't want to destroy her family. Like she didn't want to upset like their daughter and like cause problems between them, even though like she knew it was wrong. And like Rachel like also found out about like what he did, so Rachel goes to confront Tom and kind of is like, look dude, like you need to like come clean, like you're causing so many problems for people, like you need to fix it. Well, like they get into a huge fight, and like Rachel like realizes like, oh my god, like he's gonna kill me too, like he's gonna make sure that no one ever finds out that like he's the one who did this. And they end up like, Tom ends up getting like really hurt and ends up dying from their fight. And like Anna just kind of like kept it to her, like Anna and Rachel like kept it to themselves. Like they made it look like it was a self-defense and that like he was the one in the wrong, which like he was, but it's like they wouldn't get in trouble. They like ended up like hating each other in the beginning of the book, but like they came together at the end and like became like good friends and stuff.
Yeah, like that's how my book kind of works too, is that like eventually like they all work it out. Like I wouldn't spoil the ending, you know, but like they all they all work it out. And like, you know, Scarlett like has to keep things to herself again, because like if you're that selfless your whole life, like one thing you're not gonna like give it up for everything. So
yeah.
And I would definitely recommend this book to everyone, because like when I read it, like there was a lot that I could relate to, and at the same time like there was so many lessons in it where it was like, if if you're ever in a, not in that exact situation, but if you're ever in a situation like making a tough choice that like you're wondering like if it like who it would affect, like that's really important to like think about like the like who else could be affected by your decisions.
Yeah, I would recommend my book too. It was really good. It's like a thriller, so like you like it makes it hard to like put it down. Like you want to keep reading it. So that was it was good.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing about my book is that like it's titled like The 6 Rules of Maybe. So like throughout the book, like she tells you like all of these different things that she like lives by, and like so I think that was really cool. And like it was a lot of stuff that like referenced other like literature too. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Good book.